relax. It's going to be a fantastic evening today. More about Charaka Award. The awards chairman will talk. Jai Hind.
Rotary Club of Guindy was chartered in 1995 and we carry forward a legacy for medical camps and services that we have been rendering continuously, day in, week on week, month on month, year on year, since 1998 onwards until 2016.
We'll now play an AV to introduce our esteemed awardee, Dr. S. Rajasekaran.
Celebrating excellence in medicine, honoring a visionary surgeon. Our next Charaka awardee, Dr. S. Rajasekaran, Chairman of the Department of Orthopaedics, Trauma and Spine Surgery at Ganga Hospital, Coimbatore. One of India's most respected orthopedic surgeons and spine specialists. With remarkable contributions to orthopedics, trauma care and spine surgery. Dr. Rajasekaran has earned global recognition for his clinical excellence and pioneering research. Ganga Hospital, Coimbatore, is the largest orthopedic hospital in South Asia, providing world-class orthopedic and trauma care with 650 beds and 38 advanced operation theatres, ensuring round-the-clock medical care and surgical expertise. The Rotary Club of Guindy is proud to present the Charaka Award to a distinguished surgeon who has helped transform the field of orthopedics and trauma care. Congratulations, Dr. S. Rajasekaran.
May I now invite Girija Jagannath to read the citation.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to read to you the citation for the Charaka Award 2026. As you are aware, the recipient of this year's award is Professor Dr. S. Rajasekaran, MS Ortho, D Ortho, DNB, FRCS Edinburgh, FRCS London, MCH Liverpool, FACS, Ph.D. Chairman, Department of Orthopaedic, Trauma and Spine Surgery, Ganga Hospital, Coimbatore. A tireless public health advocate, he led a landmark Supreme Court public interest litigation that strengthened national road safety, inspired 6,452 surgeries as President of the Indian Orthopaedic Association, and built sustainable models of low-cost, high-quality care and rehabilitation that have transformed thousands of lives. In recognition of his trailblazing leadership in orthopedics and spinal surgery, pioneering research of global impact, and compassionate service to society, Rotary Club of Guindy, Rotary International District 3233, deems it an honor to present this Charaka Award 2026 on 1st April 2026 to Professor Dr. S. Rajasekaran.
Good evening to all of you. Today is a very important day and will be a day that I cherish always because for many reasons. Number one is my long-time association with Rotary. I was the founder, Interact Club president in our school, founder secretary of the Rotary Club of Coimbatore Medical College, also the GSC team member of our district to district 5050, and also a Paul Harris member and a major donor member of Coimbatore Club of Rotary Center. And receiving an award from the Rotary is always something very close to the heart, makes you feel happy and also makes you feel privileged. So I should thank the leadership of Rotary Club of Guindy for giving me this honor. Thank you very much, madam. Thank you very much. Thought for the day was about holistic medicine. And the whole world is talking about holistic medicine, the importance of mind over the body. But look at what Charaka had to say in 2nd century CE. Health is the state where the body, mind and soul are in harmony. And now at the present times of AA, where AA is completely replacing the role of doctors, everybody is talking about compassion of doctors is the one thing that which AA cannot replace. And long ago he said, not for self, not for fulfillment of any earthly desire or gain, but solely for the good of hovering humanity should you treat your patient. What he meant was your heart should feel for the patient and you should treat. I think to look at the previous Charaka awardees, I think it's just, I feel really humbled to be added to this thing. Dr. Ajit Mulaseri, Dr. Mohan Kameshwaran, Dr. Mohan Vishwanathan, and coming down the line to Dr. Nageshwar Reddy, Dr. Abhay Bang. I mean, these are the people whom we have looked up all times. Whenever I look at both Mohans of Madras, I always ask them, I mean, where do they get the energy? For every aspect, we look to them as role models. I also know that this honor is not just for me, but for the entire team. I would like to take a few minutes of the history and would like to tell my parents, my mother is here, and my brother who is a plastic surgeon. We always say that we were the beneficiaries of God's fortune. He made us the recipients of good ovarian lottery. I mean, not by choice, we didn't have a decision factor in it, but we were born to the right parents. And they started the hospital for us. And when my brother, Dr. Rajasekaran, who is an esteemed plastic hand and microsurgeon, currently the world president of plastic surgeons, but we have been very fortunate that for the last 11 years, we have been first amongst all private hospitals in India by the week. And in the last 3 years, in the top 50 in Asia by the Newsweek. Now, in India, if you ask many people, what is the most common cause of death? People will talk about cardiac diseases, people will talk about renal causes or stroke. But in India, the most common cause of death of people between 15 and 55 is road traffic. Every year, there were 7.5 lakhs major accidents and thousands of limbs were being lost. But in a developing country like India, every limb is valuable because a limb usually saves a life. Amputation in our society is more than losing a limb. It's actually losing a livelihood, food for the whole family. So at this time when amputation was the norm, when there were major injuries like this, you can see that there is a severe crush and these patients were being referred to the hospitals for a quick amputation because they were bleeding quite a lot. We introduced many new methods of reconstruction which were very new to the place. So we realized that each of these limbs is not just a fracture or not just a soft tissue injury. It is a combination of bone, muscle, nerves and blood vessel damage. And so it was neither an orthopedic patient nor a plastic surgery patient. And so we started the orthoplastic approach of combined reconstruction, which was very unique and novel in those periods. We also created a policy that no patient is actually any single doctor's patient. And this was also a game changer. The patient has come to the collective wisdom and collective expertise of the hospital. And so you can see in many of these patients who are very seriously sick, The combined rounds was a new concept that happened, and this really changed a huge amount of this. So we all know that all these great things cannot happen as a one-man show. You have to grow your team, and so we always encouraged our juniors to say the larger picture. So I always told them, if you have a child like this coming in the middle of the night, and if you think, oh, I have to start the surgery at 11 p.m., I have to do all these stages of surgery which will take till morning 7 o'clock, you're going to get tired, you're going to get fatigued. I mean, you relate this child to one of your relatives or your son or a daughter who is of the same age, and immediately your orientation completely changed. So all these things actually made a tremendous impact, and our output numbers actually grew. And by 2010, we became the most highest number of trauma surgeries in the country. And by 2015, we were the largest in the whole of South Asia. We looked at so many accidents, and behind every number was a sad story. So in 2012, we went to the Supreme Court with a PAL, and after 18 months, we had a very good judgment where an empowered committee of the Supreme Court was created. But on the road, because nothing much was changing, we created a special project, Kuti Cops program. Our idea was that you can't have a policeman in every home, but you have a school child in every home who, if you teach the nonsenses of the importance of road safety, then these people will go and tell their parents or not to talk on mobile phone, not to speed, not to jump red lights and all this. Before the launch of this program, helmet compliance was 21% in Coimbatore. After this, it rose to 89%. We also last year did the non-wheel problem where our Honorable Chief Minister gave an oath for road safety, and 7.2 lakhs people took it at the same time. There was a lot of promotions, and you can see that over a period of time, road safety has caught up in crime. We have a lot of Rotary collaborations, madam. Every year we do 100 free total knee replacements, and you can see people who are very poor, who can't actually move, but you can see after the replacement what capacity and movement that they have. It is a new lease of life. This is a 25-year-old bus cleaner from Kollam. He came to us with this large pressure sore in the back. Over a period of 6 weeks, they do not recover from that paralysis, but they are completely taught of how to manage themselves. They are taught to walk with caliper. They are taught to gait chain. He is also a wage earner, and then this is okay. He was trained in shot put, and then he became the national champion. And then government sponsored him to Asian Games, where he got a bronze medal. Our Prime Minister Modi ji actually so from a complete periods where they were completely not for suffering, having so many complications, these people actually came out over here. And I would like to say that every tree needs a seed, and I would like to thank my parents. And actually, my mother has been a big push, an engine behind, and the whole story of the whole thing is out as a book, as a mother's dream. I had never had to look beyond our compound wall for inspiration, because my brother was always there for hard work, for focus on work. My family, my daughter and son, and my wife and my brother's wife, who we are lucky to have women who shared our dreams. And they kept the administration to minimum, and the whole extended Ganga family, which made it possible. I would like to take this on behalf and thank you all for this great honor.
Thank you, Doctor. Big round of applause for the doctor, please. I'm very happy to be here in front of great people of Chennai and the wonderful Rotary Club of Guindy and some of the finest human beings sitting in the front row and Rotarians sitting here. And my experience with Ganga, I think early part of 2000, agricultural family, one of my relatives, trying to insert what you call the maize into a grinding machine for the cow. The hand went into that. And I was a 11th standard boy. And as literally the hand was literally out, only it was hanging by the skin. And somebody in the crowd saying, put it in the ice box, put it in the ice box, take it to Ganga, take him to Ganga, they will fix it. This is 24, 25 years before. As a small boy, I was wondering, a God-given hand, completely broken, completely mangled, hanging only by the skin. How can somebody fix it? 3-4 months later, in my same village, when I met my relative, absolutely fixed, almost back to the normalcy. That was literally a medical wonder for me. My first experience as 11th standard boy, a medical miracle. I was thinking, who is this surgeon? Somewhere sitting in our state, in our country, on the edge of excellence, performing surgeries like this, not only giving back the hand, but also giving back the dignity and the whole family coming out of the debt poverty cycle. Cutting back to 2012-13 as a young ASP Assistant Superintendent of Police, taking over as Superintendent of Police Udupi 2012-13, the Supreme Court was very, very heavy on road traffic accident. And sir is there, one of our greatest policemen, Dr. AKV sir is there, he will attest to it. And 2012-13-14, Supreme Court very, very coming heavily on police people, saying that you got to inspect the road traffic accident spot, record it, find out the black spot there, and send lot of reports back to fix the responsibility to PWD, highways, national highway, and to see whether the first aid is there, the tertiary hospital is there, the trauma center is nearby. So we have to fix every single thing. When I was trying to find who started this, then I came across a person, Dr. Rajasekaran versus Union of India, and somebody went to Supreme Court on a public interest litigation, filed it as a surgeon, and the Supreme Court later issuing a whole set of guidelines, state responsible committee, district committees, accidental review committees, and a joint inspection to a spot if more than 2 people die. The superintendent of police has to go, the local engineer has to go, the highway department has to go, combinedly all of us have to file a report. And the report was such an elaborate thing, because till then nobody cared about people dying in the road. We all know India as a country, we have overtaken China in the last few years. More than 170,000 people die in road traffic accident. A lot of potential loss, doctors die, engineers die, Ph.D. people die. Many a times for no fault of them. Dog crosses the road, a doctor dies. And many a times we only feel bad that in our country, such great human potential, we just lose them in a simple road traffic accident. One surgeon sitting somewhere there, he chose to act on it, never blamed the government, never petitioned the government, never said, why can't you go, why can't you do it? We chose to go to the Supreme Court, fought it single-handedly, made the whole system responsible for it. So that is my second experience to this great man sitting here, Dr. Rajasekaran. I haven't met him till then. And later, the calls coming from across India. Can you fix an appointment with them? Can the surgery be scheduled faster? This is third experience. Even then I haven't met him. I used to call his PA, drop him a message. I used to request him, sir, there is a patient, can you attend to it? Later, when I started visiting Ganga Hospital, last week I was there, the week before I was there, normally we go to meet a relative or a party karyakarta. So once you go inside, you meet 4-5 people, you do a rounds, 4-5 people, you come out. And what you see is literally a miracle. Somebody getting the knee replaced, somebody's hand is gone, getting fixed. Last week I could see a person, again, a corner, going and hitting a lorry straight, almost losing his limb and recovering back. So admiration for this group, for 2 brothers. And normally in a family, we don't have 2 brothers operating at the cutting edge of excellence. Probably you can call them as world beaters. Dr. Rajasekaran, who is getting honored here, and his own brother, Dr. Rajasekaran, in the field of plastic surgery. And again, such an eminent great man. And 2 people in a family, 2 doctors, both at the cutting edge of science, and bringing a lot of glory not only to their family. 1968, they could have started this as a small unit. 1991, both the brothers came back, one from UK, one from US, and made into a world-class hospital. And even now when we go, you see a lot of foreigners roaming here and there in Ganga Hospital. You don't even know why they are there. Now I understood why so many foreigners come, foreign doctors come. He mentioned 3,150 doctors coming from 49 countries and literally doing a 1 year or 6 months fellowship here and going back. That's just little soft power. Normally they say we are a third world country. ஒரு 3ஆம் தர நாடுன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. ஆனால் இன்னைக்கு நம்முடைய நாட்டில் வெள்ளை தோல் இருப்பவர்கள் வந்து நம்முடைய நாட்டில் வந்து சில விஷயங்களை கற்றுக்கொண்டு அவர்கள் நாட்டுக்கு செல்வது எவ்வளோ பெரிய விஷயம் பாருங்கள். Not even a country's ambassador can do that work. A simple hospital can do this quietly, silently, without making a noise. The soft power of our country, wherever in the world they will speak. இந்த மாதிரி ஏகப்பட்ட வேலைகளை செஞ்சுக்கிட்டே இருக்கிறாங்க. So last Deepavali I was so inspired. I sought an appointment with their family. I wanted to go and visit them to get inspired to see what is this family. So last Deepavali I went to their home and the whole family was there. Sir was away again on a surgery, very busy. I could catch hold of his brother. Deepavali day he was doing surgery. So the whole family was there. Then I was absolutely inspired by the woman. Amma is here and both of their eminent wives were there. The next generation there, almost 6-7 people, all running this hospital with clockwork precision. That is why when Rotary Club of Guindy said that they are going to honor Dr. Rajasekaran, I jumped at it because this is a man with last 25 years with fascination I'm seeing. One as 11th standard student, then as a cop, then as a politician now, in different avatars. So I'm only getting inspired that people like them are putting Indian map globally. The excellence வந்து நீங்க எல்லாத்துக்கும் கொடுத்துறோம் மேடம், அது ரொம்ப ஈஸியா போச்சு. Now we use it, the excellence very liberally and everybody we say excellence. But people sitting here are excellent for me. Both the Dr. Mohan இப்ப பெரிய கன்ஃபியூஷன். இந்த சென்ட்ரல் கவர்மெண்ட்ல சில டைம் அவங்க கேட்கும்போது I used to ask them ENT Mohan sir or diabetes Mohan sir. Now Chennai has got 2 Mohan and both of them are absolutely top in their field. Ajit sir is there, Dr. Ajit is here and the chairman of Shankar Netralaya, Dr. Surendran sir is there, Dr. Greenath is there. I already mentioned AKV sir, and such a great man in policing. We all miss him as a police officer nowadays with the kind of crimes happening around us. He is also here. And everywhere in a small circle, everybody is connected. And all the eminent people, all Rotarians are working. But the excellence in I was jotting down some points. Or excellence, when somebody has mastered the knowledge of that field, on the knowledge, superior knowledge, we can see 516 publications, 1,200 national, international presentations. Stanford University top 1%, not necessarily top 1%, madam. Every article, peer-reviewed article, other doctors have to quote liberally. A Ph.D. scholar has to quote it. That Stanford University continuously top 1%. They honor the world's top 2%, but continuously year after year top 1% 100% subject knowledge, a distinctive guy. Then self-discipline. And we see him every time you call him, he's not there. His PA picks up the phone. We have to drop a message every time in the surgery, every time in the surgical ward. 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, non-stop surgery. Deepavali day surgery, Sunday surgery, Saturday surgery. நம்ம எல்லாருமே வேற ஃபீல்ட் இருந்தா கூட மேடம், doctors will say this is a profession where you have to really achieve and become a top. Self-discipline for me, very humbly I would say, is the number 1 criteria. They have to be extremely disciplined. Other day, remember, there is one more. Coimbatore is lucky to have a lot of great doctors. Jem Paranivelu. One day I was giving him handshake. So gastrointestinal surgeon. Hand was very strong. I asked him, sir, what is your age? He said 72. I said, என்ன சார் கை இவ்வளோ ஸ்ட்ராங்காக இருக்குது? இல்லைப்பா ஜிம்மில் வெயிட் தூக்குவேன் அப்படின்னா. 72 வெயிட் தூக்குவீங்களா? He said, இல்லை நான் சர்ஜரி பண்ணணும். I have to hold that machine. So my fingers have to be very strong. So unless I do gym work in the morning, I can't go and perform surgery. So this is a guy at 72, top of his profession, doing this self-discipline activity so that he can give this value to the patient. So all these people are extremely self-disciplined, time management, the way they run their operations, the way they are available to them. So then self-discipline for me. The third is practice. And this is the first time I'm seeing them. Honestly, now they are mostly in the hospital. So first time when I met him, I said, surprising sir, hospital that is what I told him when I met him. And for them, practice is number 1. They just don't come out for any function. And today I'm extremely happy that he has honored you and you have honored him. And both have honored each other and he has come with his mother all the way from Coimbatore. And the practice of they are very clear about their practice because that is where everything comes from. The fourth, they are always inquisitive. They always want to push the boundary. Konja push panlama. They have reached that. Can we push? He could have kept quiet at 2000, kept quiet at 2010, enjoyed all his laurels. Everybody is saying the greatest surgeon in spine and trauma in bone. But every time they want to push it. 2026, they want to push it further. 2030, they want to push it further. And only great masters, when they do their work, they want to keep pushing this boundary every time towards that excellence, inquisitiveness, pushing the boundaries, challenging the norm. Somebody should ask the question, why? Road traffic accident happens. A policeman goes, files a report, throws it away. A family cries, FIR is filed, insurance it's come. We all go to the funeral, cry for 3 days and walk across. But there is somebody who asks why. Why is that? There is a road intersection that is bad. The camber in the road is bad. The road is not, the vehicle is not properly tested in ARI in Pune. The enforcement is very poor. The road traffic cameras are not functioning, and police is not going back, doing a forensic investigation and fixing that road where the black spots, where the accident repeatedly happened. Somebody chose in a small city like Coimbatore, யாரோ ஒரு மனிதர் அங்க உட்கார்ந்து ஏன்ங்கற கேள்வி கேட்டனால இன்னைக்கு இவ்வளவு பெரிய ரெவல்யூஷன் நடந்தது. Supreme Court has intervened. They started punishing people. Supreme Court has told all the district police officers, submit an action taken report on the பரவாயில்லை மேடம். They said if you have to reduce the accident by 20% next year, please submit what we should do to reduce 20%. So what he did by the PAL in 2011 is not a normal PAL. That is an extraordinary effort by a common man. Normally, madam, government வேலை செய்யறது okay. ஒரு common man இது போல செய்யும் பொழுது நமக்கு சிஸ்டம் மேல நம்பிக்கை வரும். System is functioning. If a common man is able to go to the highest court of the land, is able to make the government systems function, then we all know the system is working somewhere. அந்த வேலையை challenging the norm பண்ணியிருக்காருங்க, always operating out of his comfort zone. ஸோ இது எல்லாம் இருந்தால் மட்டும்தான் என்னை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் எக்ஸலன்ஸுங்கிற ஒரு லேபிள் கொடுக்க முடியும். ஸ்டார்டிங் ஃப்ரம் ஹிஸ் நாலேஜ், ஸ்டார்டிங் ஃப்ரம் ஹிஸ் ப்ராக்டிஸ், ஸ்டார்டிங் ஃப்ரம் ஹிஸ் புஷிங் த பவுண்டரி, ஸ்டார்டிங் ஃப்ரம் சேலஞ்சிங் த நார்ம், ஸ்டார்டிங் ஃப்ரம் பீயிங் ப்ரோஆக்டிவ், ஸ்டார்டிங் ஃப்ரம் இன்க்விசிட்டிவ்னஸ். இன்னைக்கு வெரி ரைட்லி ஸோ, அண்ட் ஈவன் த 12 awardees பிஃபோர் சம் ஆஃப் தி கிரேட்டஸ்ட் பீப்புள் த மெடிசன் ஃபீல்ட் ஹஸ் சீன். சரியான நபர்களை நீங்கள்லாம் தேடி படிச்சு இங்கே கொடுத்துருக்கீங்க மேடம். அதுக்கு முதல்ல வந்து ரோட்டரி கிளப் ஆஃப் இந்தியா வந்து we have to say thank you to the president of this wonderful club for enabling this, Madam Radhakrish, and the secretary of this club, Venkatesh sir, and the award chairman, Venugopal sir, and the vocational services director, K.S. sir. நீங்கெல்லாம் சேர்ந்து you were able to get these people. The idea, you must have got hundreds of awards. Today, I called up Ganga in the morning. I took his profile. I told him, is there any other soft copy of the book you have? I want to read it. So that I thought before I come, I should prepare. They gave me a 3-4 page bio. இதெல்லாம் படிச்சீங்கன்னா எல்லா கண்ட்ரி பேர் இருக்கு மேடம். சுவிட்சர்லாந்து ஆரம்பிச்சு பெல்ஜியம்ல இருந்து, ஜப்பான்ல இருந்து, கனடால இருந்து, there is not a country that is left here. And every single award is there. Not an award that is left. படிச்சது எல்லாமே இருக்கு. MS orthopaedics மெட்ராஸ் மெடிக்கல் காலேஜ், அதுக்கு முன்னாடி கோயம்புத்தூர் மெடிக்கல் காலேஜ், எடின்பரால FRCS, ராயல் காலேஜ் ஆஃப் சர்ஜன் FRCS ஹானரி இன் லண்டன், அகைன் லிவர்பூல் MCH, PhD in தமிழ்நாடு MGR மெடிக்கல் யூனிவர்சிட்டி, எல்லாம் அகடமிக் டிஸ்டிங்ஷன். அது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அது உலகத்தில் இல்லாத எல்லாமே இருக்கு மேடம். இன்டர்நேஷனலில் சிக்னிஃபிகன்ட் ரிசர்ச் அவார்டு, அது இந்த பக்கம் ஜப்பான்ல இருந்து நார்த் அமெரிக்கா வரைக்கும் எல்லா எவ்ரி சிங்கிள் கண்ட்ரி ஒரு ஜியாகிரபி லெசன் படிக்கிற மாதிரி இருக்குதுங்க. அதே மாதிரி சிக்னிஃபிகன்ட் ரிசர்ச் அவார்டு நேஷனலில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எவ்ரி சிங்கிள் திங் இருக்கு. பட் ஒய் ஆர் வி கிவிங் திஸ் அவார்ட்? லைக் தங்கத்தை வச்சுட்டீங்க, அதுக்கு மேலே 1 கிராம் தங்கம் வைக்கிறனால இஸ் த ஸ்கேல் கோயிங் டு டில்ட். But this award has to be, because it is going to inspire somebody in this hall or somebody watching this video. நானும் என் ப்ரொஃபஷனில் எக்ஸலன்ஸை நோக்கி போகணும் அப்படிங்கிற மெசேஜை நீங்கள் கொடுக்குறேன். There can be any single thing. There can be any single thing. இந்தியாவில் இன்னைக்கு இருக்கக்கூடிய எனக்கு பெரிய பிரச்சனை என்ன மேடம்? If all of us resolve, the person who's manning this room, the person who's manning this door, the person behind this camera work, the person who's managing this mic, இங்கே சார் இல்லை, the technicians there, and the Rotary members who are here, and all the doctors here, நம்ம எல்லாரும் ரிசால்வ் பண்ணி, can I improve my work 5% every day? அதுதான் சூப்பர் பவருக்கான ஸ்டேட்டஸ்ல. The whole citizens of this country should feel inspired to say, நான் செய்கிற வேலையை 5% பெட்டராக நாளைக்கு நான் செய்ய முடியுமா? So this kind of award is going to inspire people to take it. Okay, there is an excellent surgeon. அவரை கோயம்புத்தூர்லேருந்து கூட்டிகிட்டு வந்து இவங்க எல்லாத்துக்கு முன்னாடி நம்ம அறிமுகப்பட தேவையில்லை மேடம், but still introduce them. So that somebody will go on Google, somebody will go, I have a first-hand experience, I know them about them, நான் பேசுகிறேன். இது ஒரு யங் டாக்டரை பார்க்கும்போது அவங்களை இன்ஸ்பயர் பண்ணணும். Somebody in this room will get inspired. That is why this award is important, this award is needed. So I'm very happy, madam, Rotary Club of Guindy, you have chosen the right person for 13th Charaka Awards this year, and a very inspirational person. I'm very, very sure. In terms of surgery, I think they are the highest in South Asia. இன்னைக்கு எல்லாம் தாண்டி போயிட்டாங்க மேடம் அவங்க. இன்னைக்கு ஹாஸ்பிட்டலுக்குள்ள நீங்க போய் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா தெரியும், 2-3 big blocks, and you see humanity, you see hope. I don't see a surgery. அது கரெக்டாக அவர் அந்த ப்ரெசன்டேஷனில் சொன்னார். You see a person walking out confidently. அவங்க எல்லாம் உள்ளே வரும்போது எப்படி இருக்குன்னு நான் பல இமேஜின் பண்ணி பார்ப்பேன் மேடம். ரோட் டிராஃபிக் விட்டு வரும்போது அழுது கூச்சல் போட்டு அவ்வளோ பேர் உள்ளே வருவாங்க. But when they wheel him out, or when he walks out, or when he goes towards his ambulance or towards his car, you see a happy family walking out. எத்தனை நாளைக்கு எவ்வளோ ஹாப்பி ஃபேமிலி கொடுக்குறாங்க பாருங்க. When we look at the numbers, he himself mentioned 32,000 plus surgery பண்ணுறாங்க. So that many happy families they are creating. 50,000 new patients. Total outpatient attendance of 250,000 every year. Look at the scale they are touching. So I only pray to Almighty, God should be kind. Both the brothers should be abundantly blessed with a long health and happiness, so that they continue to perform the surgeries, continue to serve humanity at their best possible ability, so that India becomes a better country. ஸோ இங்கே முன்னறிக்கையில் இருக்கக்கூடியவங்க இப்போ டாக்டர் மோகன் அவங்க அடிக்கடி இப்போ டிவியில் வர்றாங்க, இஸ் கோயிங் ஆஃப்டர் HbA1 நிறையா பேசுகிறாங்க. ஸோ த ஹோல் இந்தியன் மீடியா இஸ் சேலஞ்சிங், questioning lot of things that is happening. The Western notion of how diabetes is measured, the Western notion of how diabetes needs to be controlled is challenging everybody. Somebody from Chennai, again a top of his profession, doing this, it brings a lot of pride to us. Dr. Ajit அவங்களை பற்றி நம்ம சொல்லவே வேண்டாம். We keep reading him off and on because பிஜேபியில் ஒரு கட்சியில் இருக்கிறனால we have a medical cell, very active medical cell. We have more than 3,000, 4,000 doctors. அவங்க மீட்டிங் போகும்போது அவங்க பேசுறதை ஒத்துக்க. So you know who is the best in the profession. They all work with these doctors in their hospital. They come and say இது நடக்குது அது நடக்குது. So normally we are connected to what is happening in the medical field. So very happy that they also have taken time to come here to honor it. And our greatest blessing என்னன்னா மேடம், peer வரணும். Their peers, the best of excellent people there, when they come as a team and present in this occasion, when they greet them, that is the greatest blessing and greatest thing you can get. So I thank all the great people who have come. அந்த எல்லாருக்குமே நம்முடைய நன்றிகள், வாழ்த்துக்கள். அதே போல ரொட்டேரியன்ஸ், நீங்கள் எல்லோருமே இன்னைக்கு ரோட்டரி ஒரு ஒண்டர்ஃபுல் அமைப்பில் இருக்கிறீங்க. I always like your four-way test. So wherever I go as SP, sir, they first make me a Honor Rotary member, so that I can't escape your meeting. They give me a label pin, I am there. And many Rotarians, when you preside, they call me for the function. Recently, Coimbatore Central District, I was very surprised. Every single Rotarian of that one Rotary Club is a Paul Harris fellow, Ph.D. Every single person. Worldly first. இந்த மாதிரி பல விஷயங்கள் நாங்கள் ரோட்டரியை பார்த்து இன்ஸ்பயர் ஆகும். The best of humanity is here. The best of leadership is here. The best people with service mindset and mentality is there in Rotary. So may your pride grow. And many places where the government couldn't go, Rotary has gone. Many problems which government couldn't solve, you have solved. Especially the last mile problems, you have done it excellently. அதனால் இங்கே இருக்கக்கூடிய எல்லா ரோட்டரி மெம்பர்ஸும் சுயநலமாக நீங்கள் உங்கள் லைஃப்பை சிந்திக்காமல் பொதுநலமாக ஒரு ஆர்கனைசேஷனை டைம் கொடுத்து you are able to spend your valuable time there, contributing for a public good, sacrificing your time and money and hard-earned wealth for the progress of humanity. I take this opportunity to thank all the esteemed members of Rotary Club of Guindy and all the great people who have come, media friends who have come, and all the great people sitting in the stage. அவருக்கு அவார்டு கொடுத்தது எனக்கு கொடுத்தமா இருக்கும். நாங்கள் தான் அவார்டு வாங்கணும். நான் இன்னும் வரணும், அதான் எங்களுக்கு திறமை. ஸோ வித் humbleness, it's a great privilege to share a stage with them, sit right next to this great man. Keep serving us, sir. Keep serving the humanity, sir. Thank you so much.
So completely blown over by your homework for the speech, in spite of your very busy schedule. If you have time, if you have some time, we are still waiting to listen to you also. You want to play the AV if possible.
விதைக்கப்படும் விதைகள் எல்லாம் விருட்சமாகலாம், ஆனால் லட்சியம் எனும் உரம் பெற்ற விதைகள்தான் வரலாற்றை எழுதும். 1984 ஜூன் 4 கரூர் மண்ணில் விதைக்கப்பட்ட ஒரு சாதாரண விதை இன்று வரலாறு எழுதும் பெயர் அண்ணாமலை குப்புசாமி. கரூரில் தொடங்கி நாமக்கல் வரை நீண்ட பள்ளி படிப்பு. கோவை Ph.D தொழில்நுட்ப கல்லூரியில் மெக்கானிக்கல் இன்ஜினியரிங். இந்தியாவின் முதன்மை மேலாண்மை நிறுவனமான IIM லக்னோவில் மேலாண்மை படிப்பு. கனவுகள் பெரியவை, ஆனால் உழைப்பு அதைவிட பெரியது. இன்று லட்சக்கணக்கான இளைஞர்களுக்கு We the Leaders மூலம் வழிகாட்டியாக திகழ்கிறார். இவரைப் போலவே உயரிய சேவையை தனது விஷனாக கொண்டு இயங்குகிறது நமது ரோட்டரி கிளப் ஆஃப் கிண்டி. இந்த லட்சிய பயணம் இன்று சாரக்க விருது வழங்கும் மேடையில் ஒன்றாக இணைகிறது. மதிப்புக்குரிய டாக்டர் ராஜசேகரன் அவர்களை கௌரவிக்க ஒரு சிறந்த மக்கள் தலைவரை வரவேற்பதில் பெருமை கொள்கிறோம். ஸ்ரீ அண்ணாமலை அவர்களை அன்புடன் வரவேற்கிறோம்.
reason I'm standing here is because I have the privilege of knowing Rajasekaran for many, many years. I won't even say how many years, but many, many years. He and his brother were two stalwarts even then. As undergraduates, they were outstanding. As postgraduates, they were brilliant. And then, of course, they went and got themselves trained in the best of institutions all over the world. Came back, which is very important, to give back their skills and knowledge to the community. But one thing very special about him, and I think this must be mentioned, is that he is filled with empathy, which I think is outstanding. Really. And this quality of his is the reason why he treats everyone across the spectrum, from the high and mighty of the land to the poorest of the poor. Everybody goes to him and everyone gets well and everyone comes out. And that's remarkable, really, really remarkable.
It has been my privilege to be on the committee with Mohan Kameshwaran, Mohan Vishwanathan, Georgie and the others to select a person. It has always been pretty unanimous, though it has been competitive. But I have to say that without a doubt, we've selected the right person this year. And there is no question about that. And I really thank Rotary Club and Venu and Ma'am to have initiated this award and continued it with the right spirit. And really, it signifies the spirit of Rotary in every awarding. I think that's the important thing. So thank you very much for coming, gracing the occasion, and thank you all for coming to felicitate Rajasekaran, who is an outstanding surgeon. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to say a few words about my good friend, Dr. Rajasekaran. It's not many Rotary clubs that I know, or many organizations which actually honor doctors. I always say that in these days when in the past we used to be considered as gods, when we are considered as human beings, today we are considered as demons. And if you don't get hit by somebody or killed by somebody, you should be lucky. In that kind of a scenario, to have every year a Charaka Award going on for 13 years without a break, I think first of all, congratulations to this club for keeping it going. When we think of somebody getting an award, you can think of somebody who has done work in the profession, either as a physician or as a surgeon. Sometimes we honor people because they've done research. Sometimes we honor them because they've done social service. But when you find one man who's done everything, it's a rare combination. We know surgeons who do fantastic work, and the kind of surgery that you do day in and day out, operating on Diwali day, as Chief K said. To find time to do research, to publish 700 papers is not a joke at all. The best is yet to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Drs. Mohan Kameshwaran. May I now invite, as we near the close of this meaningful evening, past President Rotarian Jagannathan to deliver the vote of thanks.
First of all, my sincere thanks to the President and the Chairman of the awards event for sticking to time and ending much earlier than what I thought it would take. Now, on behalf of the club, I really thank you, sir, for accepting this award. And I'm also very thankful to the entire panel who, year after year, are able to pick up the best of the best, which is not an easy job. Even in a small group, to say that number 1, number 2, number 3 is not easy at all. But these doctors have been doing a wonderful job. Thank you all once again for coming and joining us in honoring somebody as deserving as Dr. Rajasekaran. Thank you, everyone. Now, back to the President or to the MC. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. May I request everyone to now kindly rise for the national anthem.